How about them Cowboys? Angry Cowboys fan. Born to battle. Some just means we never sell. America's team through thick and thin. When the sun shines bright, that's where we win. Angry Cowboys fan.
What's going on, Cowboys Nation and Angry Cowboys fans around the world? Y'all know who it is. It's your man, the Angry Cowboys Fan. And the Dallas Cowboys are just 6 days away from waking up in Oxnard, California and hitting that practice field for its first legitimate practice heading into the preseason. The Dallas Cowboys look poised to be a pretty damn good team if all goes according to plan, Cowboys Nation. Over on the four-letter network money-making show First Take, Lewis Reddick, Kimberly Martin, and Evan Cohen joined Courtney Cronin to talk about what Dak Prescott had to say about being Super Bowl or bust. Usually when you have Lewis Reddick on First Take, you get a little bit of substance when it comes to the football knowledge. So we're going to take a listen to the 3 clips that I got for y'all, and y'all know what we're going to do after that. We're going to come back and unpack this raw and uncut. So, Angry Cowboys fans, let's take a listen to the crew over on First Take as they discuss the Dallas Cowboys being in the Super Bowl for the 3rd consecutive day.
So here's my problem with Stephen A. He's so disingenuous. Because if Dak Prescott had said in front of those people, you know what our goal is? We just want to make the damn playoffs, honestly. We just hope to make it. Stephen A would be killing him for saying that.
True.
So to everything that Lewis is saying, this is a team that has overhauled its entire defense. And it's not just Christian Parker. He's a huge piece of it because they went through a laborious process to even land on him. Last guy that Brian Schottenheimer and Jerry even interviewed. But the entire defensive coaching staff is different. And the expectations for that unit is to go from one of the worst. I just need them to be decent. If you have a decent defense paired with that offense, then I think they have a legit shot to win the division, like Lewis is saying, but also to go further. I think every player says it's Super Bowl or bust for us. So I'm not going to I'm not going to knock Dak for saying that. However, this is a team, I just want to see you get to a title game.
Kimberly Martin, you're absolutely right in your assessment. You're right about Stephen A. Smith, and you're right about what the Dallas Cowboys have been doing and need to do in order to be successful this year. Then Kimberly Martin goes on to say that she just wants to see the Dallas Cowboys make it to and win a title game. I mean, if you don't mind me asking, Kimberly Martin, why? Why is it such a big deal for people who are not Dallas Cowboys fans? It's like the dropping of the ball during New Year's Eve. You know, everybody's paying attention as if they have something invested in our appearance in the NFC Championship game. I just don't get it, Cowboys Nation. But of course, Cowboys fans should and do feel how Kimberly Martin feels during this segment. I guess my question is, why is everyone so concerned with the Dallas Cowboys' success that they monitor the success or lack thereof of the Dallas Cowboys? I mean, I ain't clocking on somebody that I don't like. I'm just saying, Cowboys Nation. But let's go ahead and jump into the second clip so we can come back and talk about it. Let's go ahead and roll that clip.
I think in Dak's case, when he says bust, I think for him, I think he's just saying, look, it's disappointment. It's Super Bowl or it's disappointing, not it's Super Bowl or, you know,
Jobs
everyone's going to be
line.
calling for people's jobs, because that doesn't apply here. I don't think that would be reasonable even for Dallas. I mean, you couldn't be making wholesale changes if they don't make the Super Bowl. But I think it is not out of the realm of normal, sane, coherent football talk for Dallas to be mentioned in the conversation as far as being true Super Bowl contenders, because objectively, looking at their roster, they're damn good. They're damn good in every single area, quite honestly. There's still some questions for me at corner in particular, but down the middle of this defense and on the first 2 levels in particular, on, you know, throughout, this team is legit. That offensive line stays healthy, They are legit. They will move the football. They will score points. The scheme, strategies, tactics, that's all on Schottenheimer. I think he is more than capable of handling that end of it. Look, things have to break right for this football team that if they don't, of course, Stephen A is going to kill them for it. And even if it isn't their fault, he's going to kill them anyway. But this team's legit.
We'd also be killing them. Brian Schottenheimer said last week the goal is to get to the Super Bowl. We'd be killing Dak Prescott if he said anything other than that, Kimberly.
You absolutely are right. You would kill Dak Prescott if he came out in that press conference and just said, well, I don't know. We might have a chance. I don't know. You know, we got to see what we got to see. Everybody would be killing him, especially Cowboys Nation. But some fans believe that the bust, no Diddy, definition is that if you don't make it to and win a Super Bowl championship, then your season was a wash. Your season was crap. I don't believe that, Cowboys Nation. I believe it's Super Bowl or it's back to the drawing board to try again next year. Some fans are so quick to blow up the team and just move in a different direction that they tend to throw the baby out with the bathwater, as if every single player was the reason why the team was bad. Those same fans will have all that talk about such and such a player that needs to get off of the team, but then they'll point the finger at Dak Prescott as if he's the fault that Deron Bland got put in a blender by the Cardinals. It's either that, or it's Super Bowl, or it's either the head coach or the quarterback on the hot seat, when in all actuality, it shouldn't be that way, Cowboys Nation. Now let's go ahead and get into the third clip so we can come back and unpack this raw and uncut.
Like, what is the disadvantage if they don't perform well? Then what? Is it just, okay, Cowboys disappoint and we go about our business? I think that's what Evan is saying. What's the end result there?
I think then we have to define what's disappointment. I mean, if they are if they're an 8-9 win team, yeah, that's disappointing. Then we may be looking at some things going like, wait a minute, this roster's too good for that. Then there may be some things that you may have to really evaluate. I just don't see that happening unless there's some kind of like catastrophic injury and or, attrition just kills them this year. Dallas is going to be there in the end. If all things being equal, and they have their, the majority of their roster, their top 30 players playing for the entire season, they will win the East this year.
Well, what happens if the Dallas Cowboys are a 8 or a 9 win team? You go back to the drawing board, you figure it out, you figure out where you went wrong, and you make adjustments. What's that old saying? Don't make excuses, make adjustments. But y'all ready for this raw and uncut? Y'all ready? Let's get it. Get ready for the Angry Cowboys fans, raw and uncut.
Man, keeping it real, man, keep it real, that's real.
Well, congratulations, ESPN. Congratulations for 3 days in a row. Y'all being able to squeeze out Dallas Cowboys Super Bowl contender conversation. As if we hadn't heard these takes yesterday. But the thing is, when Louis Reddick is on ESPN's First Take, he usually has some insightful things to say about the team. No matter what team it is, Cowboys Nation, whether it's good or it's bad, it's usually insightful. But Cowboys Nation, I was going to make a video about the response Stephen A. Smith had with Dak Prescott saying that it's Super Bowl or bust. The dude acts like it's not the motto for 31 other teams in the league at the beginning of training camp. Dude acts like if a team who hasn't won a championship in decades can't make it to and win the big game and bring the trophy home. I mean, he should be a fond believer in it because his New York Knicks were able to do it. So why does it become such an impossibility when it comes to the Dallas Cowboys? But I tell you, Cowboys Nation, the Dallas Cowboys could win the Super Bowl and Stephen A. Smith would just move the goalpost to a different spot on the field and try to get his money that way. It'll be something like, well, I bet y'all can't repeat, and then laugh if and when we don't. I just don't get it, Cowboys Nation. But Stephen A. Smith is that type of dude that would look down upon the Dallas Cowboys if they were to make it to an NFC championship game and lose. I mean, while he praises quarterbacks like Josh Allen, he would complain about Dak Prescott making it to an NFC championship game. All I got to say about Stephen A. Smith, he better pray that the Dallas Cowboys never win a Super Bowl championship. Because if they do, first of all, I'm going to be insufferable. Second of all, the jig is up for him. He can cut the act now. You know what I'm saying? We don't believe you. about 89% of his material will be gone, and he'd either have to A, come up with something new, or B, have to find another franchise to leech from. Oh, by the way, Stephen A. Smith, Dak Prescott isn't the only one making $60 million a year now, is he? But anyhow, the phrase Super Bowl or bust should be in the minds of all 32 teams in the league. Like Dak Prescott said, what are you playing the game for if it's not Super Bowl or bust? That's the ultimate prize players spend their entire careers trying to get to, Cowboys Nation. So when the offseason workouts start, winning a Super Bowl and how to go about it and what you need to do in order to get there should be in your heads. No days off when it comes to thinking about the Super Bowl. But I don't give a damn if it's the Cleveland Browns or the Houston Texans. Just because they've never won a Super Bowl doesn't mean that they go ahead and pack up the season before it even starts. No player should be going out into the season thinking that, well, I mean, we might have a shot. I don't know. If a player's thinking that way, then you don't want said player in your locker room or on your team. But you know, Cowboys Nation, I was actually putting together my 53-man roster prediction, and I thought to myself, the Dallas Cowboys have the makings of being a dominant team this year. That's not me talking as a Dallas Cowboys fan. I mean, in order to do that 53-man roster prediction video, I have to look at the roster with a critical eye. And believe me, it goes down, Cowboys Nation. This roster is pretty dope. So all I can say to opposing teams is watch out. But do you know what would be the best thing to happen for the Dallas Cowboys during training camp? That's if someone really stepped out, they stood out and emerged from training camp as the clear running back 2 behind Javonte Williams, and it clicks. It clicks where the team can be built off of the run, with Dak Prescott being the supervisor in down and distance. I mean, it clicks so well that the pass game becomes second option of attack. That's the pure plan B that I'm talking about. We need multiple ways in order to win games. We can't just rely on Dak Prescott's arm. So if we have that comparable running back to Javonte Williams, I believe that we'll be in great hands. Then they spoke about the defense under Christian Parker, and I feel that we're going to be good, Cowboys Nation. We're going to be good on the defensive side of the ball. The thing is, where's everyone's expectations when it comes to the defense and where it needs to rank in order to give the Dallas Cowboys a shot at winning the division and making it back to the playoffs? Do we need to be top team in takeaways? Do we need to be one of the top teams in quarterback sacks? Those would be nice statistics, but I would much rather be a defense that's at the top of the list in pass breakups or tackles for loss. I would much rather have a defense that's efficient in 3 and outs, that can get teams off of the field on 3rd down. And like I said before, this defense can't be any worse than it was under Matt Eberflus. The only way for the Dallas Cowboys defense right now is up, Cowboys Nation. The way the coaching staff attacked free agency in the draft to strengthen the defensive side of the ball, it was predicated on intelligence, yet physical players. Players that can understand complexity within the scheme. Players that can handle an adjustment on the fly and not be out of position out on the field. One thing that I harped about was actually acquiring players that are better than the current players that you have on the team instead of just acquiring players to fill a position. This year, the Dallas Cowboys have been doing just that. In their attempts to turn over the defense from 2025, I believe they succeeded in doing so, Cowboys Nation. Each player in the safety room is an upgrade from the player in the safety room from last year. Better speed, better physicality, better intelligence. And I'm not saying the guys on the team last year were dummies or anything, but I feel that when you go to improve a position, you improve the entirety of said position, and they did that in the safety room. The linebacking core is an instant upgrade from last year. Each player we currently have embodies physicality, aggression, speed, and intelligence. Key players are another year removed from an injury and is getting back to that player that got Cowboys Nation excited in the first place. Jamar James, the leader in tackles for the Dallas Cowboys in 2025, is a year removed from being a rookie. He was able to get those year one jitters out. And instead of adding players that the defensive coordinator knows, like a Kenneth Murray Jr. or Jack Sanborn, we go out and we acquire a pretty dope linebacker who filled the shoes of Fred Warner when he went down to injury. We were also able to draft a gem in the 3rd round with Jayshawn Barham. 4 athletically gifted players who can flow sideline to sideline and lower the boom on any ball carrier coming across the field. Then you couple that with the interior of the defensive front in Kenny Clark, Quinnen Williams, Otito Abonia, Jay Toya, LT Overton, and Jonathan Bullard getting constant pressure up the middle, causing the pocket to collapse and flushing the opposing quarterbacks out to Rashad Gary, or Donovan Ezeraku, or Malachi Lawrence, James freaking Houston, Sam Williams, or Maurice Leofau. And I know that the cornerback position is a position that Cowboys Nation is concerned about, but I don't know if it's that much of a concern. Last year, Cowboys Nation was witnessing players having to rely solely on talent because the defensive game plan worked against them and not for them. This year, I believe it's going to be different, all because of who they decided to hire as the defensive coordinator. They made it a point to go hire someone with defensive backs experience instead of a linebacking guru or even a former head coach. I believe they were intentional when they did that type of selection. And I remember when the Dallas Cowboys drafted Siobhan Revel Jr., Cowboys Nation was excited. They knew that it was going to take him a year to get back on the field and be comfortable with playing on that surgically repaired knee. They knew this. They were happy with it. This year is that year, Cowboys Nation. Siobhan Revel Jr. was specifically called out by Christian Parker during his introductory press conference. I believe he has plans for Revel, and you're going to see it play out during training camp and definitely into the season. But the 2026 Dallas Cowboys have done something that it hasn't done in such a long time, and that's every aspect of the organization showing aggression, attempting to go in a direction that it hadn't gone since winning 3 out of 4 Super Bowls in the 90s. You know, Cowboys Nation, I was asked in the X space about the difference that I saw with the Dallas Cowboys this year and who brought said difference, Jerry Jones or Brian Schottenheimer. I honestly feel that it was brought by Jerry Jones and his decision to take a back seat and allow football operations to be serious yet again. There hasn't been all this unnecessary drama during the offseason. Jerry hasn't gone out to the media and just stirred the pot in order to get the talking heads talking. He hasn't been out there promising to get Pickens' deal done or creating a soap opera between Pickens and his agent. He kept it quiet. He kept it close to the chest. He's also given Brian Schottenheimer more autonomy over the player personnel, something that I have been wishing that Jerry Jones would do for a long time. He's gotten Brian Schottenheimer the authority to hire his own defensive coordinator, and that coordinator had the authority to hire his own crew. I believe Jerry Jones saw his decision in bringing Matt Eberflus to the team, how it negatively impacted the team, and is finally starting to register in 2026. His way hasn't netted this organization any championships, 0 championships in the last 30 years. I believe he knew it was past time for him to try and do what he did in the 90s just to see if it would work again, and I believe it can work again, Cowboys Nation. Then they spoke about not having an excuse to get it done on first take. I believe that's a little disingenuous if you ask me, Cowboys Nation. This team may be good on paper, but it's far from infallible. It's far from being perfect, Cowboys Nation. Who knows what this season may bring? So we're going to have to take this thing one game at a time, play every down like it's your last down, and leave it all out on the field. And I'm going to keep it a buck with you, Cowboys Nation. I've bought in. I mean, I'm not talking about drinking the Kool-Aid, but I have bought in to what's going on with the Dallas Cowboys. I believe in this Dallas Cowboys team. I truly do. With that being said, this has been your man, the Angry Cowboys Fan. Cowboys Nation, what do you think about what the crew over on First Take had to say? Do you believe that the Dallas Cowboys shouldn't be speaking the words Super Bowl? Y'all know how we do. We always talk about it in the comments section. If you're digging this content and you want to help get the word out to even more Dallas Cowboys fans, drop a like on this video, share it with anybody that you know is a Dallas Cowboys fan, and if you're on your mobile device and you haven't used them up yet, make sure you hype this video. Doing so will help get the word out to Cowboys fans. They'll come over to the Angry Cowboys Fan YouTube channel and want to become Angry Cowboys fans themselves. And if you are DC for life and you have faith in this Dallas Cowboys team for the 2026 season, hit that subscribe button. Hit the bell so you do not miss anything from the Angry Cowboys Fan YouTube channel. Plus, if you're into Madden 26, College Football 27, or Mortal Kombat Game Talk, check out my other YouTube channel, the Angry Gaming Fan YouTube channel. I'll make sure I put the link to that, as well as the gamer tag, in the description. We're currently fans of a team in a league where the Super Bowl means everything, Cowboys Nation. If your drive isn't to bring a Super Bowl back to the team that you play for, then there's no reason for you to be out on that field. I'm not saying that we're going to go to the Super Bowl or anything like that, but what I am saying is that this Dallas Cowboys team is better suited now than it was in years prior to make it to the big dance. But this has been your man, the Angry Cowboys Fan, and I'm out. Dang, Angry Cowboys fan, you done made it through the entire video. But if you want more content, you can definitely go to this video right here. Or if you want the latest episode of the Angry Cowboys Fan podcast, you can go right here. But whatever you do, like, share, and subscribe to the channel, but remain DC for life.